Okay, so I'm gonna try to do it in one video because me doing it in multiple videos, some people love it, some people don't. I'm gonna try to do it in one video. It's gonna miss out on a lot of parts, but I guess you guys don't care. So basically, I met this guy in a Christian group. I moved in with him 11 weeks later. He was ready for marriage. I was ready for marriage. We was like, let's do it, right? So the first red flag that people are saying that he did was rewind. When he first met up with me, he was trying to see what I was doing when I was hanging out with my gay homeboy. He didn't really trust me. The second one was basically when we got engaged. I had to go to my graduation in Texas. He went with me. It was just me and him. And we went to my graduation, and when we went, he left me at David Buster's because we got into literally a small argument. But he was notorious to leave me at places even after we got married, even when it wasn't my fault. Like, you get me? Like, he just, I don't know what the hell. Like, he got mad one time because it was bacon on his burger when he ordered his burger. And he was like, and got so mad. And I was like, babe, like, I even offered to buy him another burger. And he still was like pissed the hell off. He was like, it's on me, and just like stormed off and was like super upset. So he was notorious to like leave me in restaurants and stuff like that. So he left me in this restaurant literally like 3 days after he proposed to me. Mind you, we went to the courthouse and nobody knew and got married on the low legally, but our wedding was in January, but we didn't tell nobody. So after that, he ended up still coming to my graduation because I didn't know he was gonna be there. He stayed in the hotel, we didn't talk. He left me, blah blah blah. He ended up showing up, and I'm like, oh, okay, he here. Mind you, I got the ring, and we lived together. I had just moved in with him not too long ago. So then anyway, he shows up to the graduation. I'm happy, cheesing, even though he just left me, because I'm still happy because I don't know. I'm just trying to make this shit work. So fast forward, we ended up kind of talking on the plane, getting back, and we good. We go back home like ain't nothing happened. It was just like a misunderstanding. We don't even really talk about it. I start back searching for venues for the wedding because I'm all excited for this wedding and blah, blah, blah. And he's going with me and we're like really engaged. He was married before. I forgot to say that. He was married before, but he didn't have a big wedding when he was married before. He just got married and didn't tell nobody. So that was his second time doing this, honestly. He got married and didn't tell nobody. Then when they found out, they was mad at him. His dad, to be exact, was mad at him. So he said, this time, I don't want to do that. We're going to have a wedding. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to go out the country and get married. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a traveler. I've been traveling all my life. I'm good with that. I had just got out of a toxic 4-year relationship. I just wanted to kind of live peaceful. But he was like, hell no. Like, I did this last time and didn't tell nobody. This time we having a big wedding and blah, blah, blah. My dad killed me and all that. So I'm like, okay. Then we found a venue $20,000, my dress, blah, 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 violinist, DJ. Everything just started adding up and it equaled up to $50,000. And it was like, oh my gosh. So, mind you, he was in the Navy. So we was getting Navy check on top of working as well. So we was just snowballing money at this wedding in 5 months. We didn't know each other. We met at the end of July and our wedding was in January of this year. So mind you, he said he wanted to have a big wedding because he didn't want his dad to be mad at him about not having a big wedding because he did it the first time. His dad didn't even come to the wedding. Because oh my God, I forgot to say this. He punched a hole in the wall because he was so goddamn angry at his dad because they got into it. And he was mad. And I was like, babe, are you okay? Like, that just shows you how freaking angry he would get, even when the situation had nothing to do with me, you know? So, spent all that money. Dad didn't even come to the goddamn wedding. And it's so crazy because we even had chairs right there for his dad to come to the wedding and his dad's wife. But they didn't show up. So the day of the wedding, we didn't even know if they was going to come or not. It was crazy. So people saying the story all over the place because it is, you know? So then I have a child. I had my child at 16. I always say that. Blah, blah, blah. And my son goes to school in this particular area where my mom lives. It's in a really prominent area. One of the best schools in Georgia. I told him initially when we first met that my son is going to high school. We got 3.5 more years to stay over here. Then we can move anywhere in the country. He'll be in college. Let's get it. He was okay with that. Or was he? Because one time my son got in trouble in school. Not trouble, but trouble as far as not doing his work. And he was like, see, you sacrificed doing all that and he ain't even listening. And I'm like, okay, because I was driving an hour away to take my son to school when he wasn't at my mom's house because my mom lived in that area. But I'm like, okay, but still, I still need to think about my son's future, even though he ain't doing his work. Kids are kids. I just got to get on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not take him out of something that is gonna benefit him in the future. So he just, you know. So then fast forward, we had a conversation about having babies. He was like, I want you to get pregnant right now. And I was like, hey, babe, I'm taking my boards. Can we wait a couple months? He went off on me, berserk. The Bible says, I make the big decisions. You make the little decisions. You ain't making no little big-ass decisions like that. When we gonna have, so you calling the timeline, when we gonna have the kids? And I'm like, damn. Like, all I'm saying is let's compromise. You want to have a child tomorrow. I really want to have a child in a year because I want to be just me and you in a year. Let's compromise 6 months. That still wasn't good enough for him. He was mad, basically, because I was making a big decision. So then we kind of brushed that under the rug. Didn't really talk, but whatever, it got brushed in the rug. We ended up moving over to the place that we supposed to be moving. He moved in, we both moved in February 28th. We got married January 4th. That's just the timeline. We moved in to the new place. I found tenants at his place that was moving in his place. I already had tenants at my house. I owned the house, he owned the house. He had tenants, I found him his tenants, I already had tenants there. The tenant's supposed to move in his house in 2 weeks. We moved in the house February 28th. And when we moved in a new house in February 28th, we doing good. We started talking about, oh, when we gonna have kids and blah, blah, blah. We was only in there for 1 day. 1 freaking day. And he moved out. And here's why. He moved out because the next day after that, it was Saturday. I forgot to say that in my other videos. I said it. I told you I'm gonna be missing parts in this. But he was still like under the belief of he wants to do everything on Saturday as far as like reading the Bible and stuff like that, like the Sabbath. I always grew up on Sunday. He even had a problem with Christ. He was more so honestly like Hebrew, if you want to look at it like that. But I met him in a Christian group, so it's like, why would you even there? Even though we read the same Bible, your beliefs are different. So we were there February 28th. March 1st was Saturday, and mind you, that night before on February 28th, I fell asleep on the couch because I was so tired. And he rolled his eyes at me. He was so mad because I fell asleep talking about, oh, life just revolves around London. I'm like, damn, I'm sleepy. Okay. So I woke up that morning. He in the bed. I'm still on the couch. He in the bed asleep. So I'm like, hey, good morning, babe. Blah, blah, still trying to be feminine. And he was like mad at me and stuff. So then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta go work. I've been had a lot of stuff going on. We just moved. I gotta work. So I leave for like 3 hours to go to the coffee shop, do some work. Come back. I forgot I had one more session. Get back on Zoom in the living room. He in the room. And when I come back, I'm on Zoom. He starts stumping out the room, putting on his pants, and he leave out the door. I thought he was outside getting some fresh air. I got done with my Zoom call, and this nigga's gone. He's gone. Like, his car is gone. Don't tell me where he going or nothing. Completely left. So I'm like, oh my God, like, what's going on? Hours went past. He left at 6, it's 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 10, 11, 12, 1. He ain't there. I wake up at like 2 in the morning. I get a text from him, and he says, FYI, I'm at my house studying, because he was in school. I'm like, what? So then he left, and I was like, if I would have did that to you, mind you, I didn't even know. I didn't have his location and nothing. He had cut it off when we had a conversation about the child, because he just be that petty when he mad. He want me to say something, but I'm the type that I'm so I'm not going to say anything. You don't want me to see your location? Okay, I don't know what you got going on. It's not that serious. He never comes back, and I go to church. I tell him I'm at church. I said, let's talk about it. He don't want to talk about it. He tell me he'll talk about it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. When the next day comes, where he said we're going to talk about it, he comes there with movers to move all his stuff back. He was only there for 1 day. He only slept there 1 day. He had movers move his stuff out. He was the one who filed for a divorce. I didn't even file the goddamn papers. I didn't even sign the papers, let alone file it. Oh, and I forgot to say, he begged me back, but I left him on red every single time.